students. Hope you all are fine and staying at home safely and happily. I am Shoma Moitro, Assistant Professor of Pragati College of Education, situated at Shalbari, Shiliguri, West Bengal. Today, again I am going to teach regarding principle of using teaching aids from Pedagogy of Science Teaching. The course number is 7A 1.2.7A for B.Ed second semester. So, students, yesterday we have discussed regarding principle of using teaching aids. That yesterday we have seen that 6 principles are there during using of teaching aids, and out of those 6 principles we have discussed 3 points. Now today I am going to discuss regarding other 3 points. So, let us once again recapitulate regarding the points. So, first number 1 principle was principle of selection of teaching aids. Number 2 points was principle of preparation of teaching aids. Principle of preparation. Number 3 points was principle of proper presentation of teaching aids. Proper presentation. Okay. So, yesterday we discussed regarding these 3 points. Now, today we are going to discuss regarding number 4 points. That is principle of control. Number 4 point was principle of control. So what are the principle falls under this category? Number 1, that after using teaching aids, teacher has to be very careful regarding the teaching aids, that after using teaching aids, teacher carefully keep all the teaching aids carefully in proper place, so that it can be used safely afterwards. So that number 1 under this principle of control, number 1 point is that after using teaching aids, that all the teaching aids must be kept in proper position safely. So, kept in proper position safely. Next number is that teacher has to during using teaching aids, teacher has to be very careful regarding handling of the teaching aids, because he has to use properly the teaching aids, so that must not be turned out. So that teacher has to be very careful regarding using of teaching aids, so that the teaching aids must not be torn out. Has to be very careful during using of teaching aids, so that those must not be torn out. Because afterwards teacher again has to use all those teaching aids. So all the teaching aids has to be kept in proper position very safely, and has to be handled very properly and very carefully. Now next number is that the teaching aids should be that can be easily portable. So teaching aids should be made that like that should be easily portable. And last one is that should be up to date in nature. That is, the teaching aids has to be every time the teaching aids has to be upgraded, and that should be made so attractive that students can be motivated towards teacher's lesson. So all these points comes under this principle of control. Now next comes another point, the principle of number 5 point is principle of response. Principle of response. So we know that when we teacher are going to use teaching aids, so by participation of the students is a must. So every time while using teaching aids, teacher has to see whether students are responding or not, that they are very actively they are participating in his teaching, in this teaching learning process or not. So under this principle it comes that the students must participate very actively, they must respond very actively. So every time teacher has to be look after that whether students are responding or not. Response of the students. Response of the learners are essential. That is, active participation of the students are very essential, because without active participation all the teaching learnings will be fruitless, that useless. So every time teacher has to be very careful during using of teaching aids, and has to see whether students are actively response or not, that participate in the teaching learning process or not. So this is the principle of response. Now next point come, number 6 point was, number 6 point was principle of evaluation. Principle of evaluation. So that continuous evaluation of the teaching aid is very essential. That is, whether the teaching aids which has been made by the teacher every time has to be evaluated, because we know that while making a teaching aids some objectives are set by the teacher, that so every time a teacher has to look after whether the objective for which the teaching aid is made is being fulfilled or not. So whether the objectives for which whether the objectives for which the teaching aid is made is being fulfilled or not. Fulfilled or not. Every time teacher has to evaluate this one, whether the objectives, the set objective which has been set by the teacher is fulfilling by the using of this teaching aids or not. Now next point comes, how far the teaching aids that help presenting the subject matter. How far the teaching aids helps in fulfilling the subject matter. So next point is that how far the teaching aids help presenting the subject matter or helps fulfilling the subject matter. The subject matter is covered by the teaching aids or not. That has to be carefully evaluated each and every time. And next, what has to be evaluated? After presenting the lesson with the help of the teaching aids, teacher has to see that how far the students understand the matter properly. So after completing the lesson, with the help of the teaching aids, with the help of the teaching aids, the total thing becomes understandable to the students or not. That is, how far the two students has understood the matter properly or not. That after completing the lesson with the help of the teaching aids, teacher has to evaluate how far the subject matter being understood by the students or not. By the students or not. So, after presenting the lesson with the help of the teaching aids, teacher has to evaluate that whether the subject matter, the students has understood the subject matter properly or not. That should be evaluated by the teacher. So, all these points comes under this principle of evaluation. So, principle of evaluation, this stage is very evaluating the teaching aids. This step is very essential because it is the last step, and after making, after selection, after presenting, this step is very essential because whether the objective for which the teaching aid has been made fulfilled or not, that has to be evaluated very carefully. So all these points comes under principle of using teaching aids, and this is very important. So you just note down all the points, and next day we are going to discuss regarding importance of teaching aids. So thank you so much.